Hey, how are you?
Hi.
This is
I'm okay. I'm good.
good. So, I'm so excited to talk to you about so many things, even outside the debut album. I really love your whole story and everything that comes with it. So, I want to first start with talking to you about how you knew right away that you wanted this life as an artist and how you spent your last $300 to put that into your career. And I want to ask you on how you had the courage to even do that, because there's people now who, even if they have savings, they don't want to go after their dreams because they think it's not possible. So what really pushed you to do that?
I feel like it definitely all started with confidence.
Hmm.
I mean, like, I definitely always felt different from everybody else. And when I did have jobs, I always felt like I should be doing something else. And when you also, during this time, I'm becoming a mother. So it's kind of like during the time where I'm learning how to trust myself more. Like, I'm learning how to trust my intuition. Like, I would know, okay, oh, he's awake and he wouldn't even be making a sound. So once you learn like certain shit like that, it just kind of like went over into my personal life where I was like, this doesn't make me happy. What does? Music makes me happy. Whether I'm cleaning to music, doing my makeup to music, doing my hair, with my baby, with my friends, like I love music. And I always did music in high school too. So at this point, I was just like, how can I make money from it so that it's not just a hobby, because I don't have time for hobbies. Like I said, I'm a single mother. I don't have time to be in the studio playing rapper for a day. Like, if this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to do. So um, I actually didn't quit my job. I actually got fired. And the last check that I got paid after getting fired, I used that to shoot my video. But it was scary. It was scary, and I wouldn't like recommend anybody to do that. But if you genuinely think you're destined for something and all signs are pointing that way, then don't run away from it.
Two things from what you said. So I know that when you had got fired, it was because you were on your phone a lot, right? And I read the article where it was talking about how you were replaying this video, where that's when you knew you wanted it. It was something with Little Yachty and being backstage. So it's like, I felt like that was like law of attraction and manifestation by just watching that every day, which is why I love the story so much. The other thing you mentioned was intuition. So how would you describe your intuition in that feeling? Because sometimes it's hard where you're like, oh, is it my intuition or is it me overthinking stuff, or I don't know what to do? And how long did it take you to figure out this is my intuition and now I know for sure?
Um, I pray. Like, I pray a lot. Um, I I just remember also a lot of sacrificing. Like, I guess people wouldn't really talk about that, but I would like sacrifice a lot of time with my loved ones to be able to get shit done and make shit look cool. And that was a lot, in the beginning. That was a lot. But I felt like intuition was always, whenever I was gone doing this stuff, I wouldn't feel bad. Hold on one second.
So you're talking about how you pray more, you pray a lot, and then also like you made sacrifices. So we were talking about that.
Yeah. So I feel like a lot of times when I get this intuition feeling, it's like when I'm gone, right? And I'm, you know, doing art or shooting a video and I feel like, damn, like I don't feel bad for it. Like sometimes when you're doing shit that you shouldn't be doing, you
Mhm.
feel bad. And even though like my mom or my dad or people might have been like, damn, you're really about to be a rapper, trying to make me kind of feel bad. I didn't feel bad. Like, I felt good and I felt confident that I was going in the right direction. And yeah, at the Little Yachty show, like, I just got butterflies. And like I said before, I saw that shit in slow motion. And it was so weird because I never see shit in slow motion. But I was just like, wow, like, this is what I want my life to be. This is amazing. This is fire. Like,
I love that. One thing I wanted to ask about that, because you said that you pray a lot, and I love that because I am also the same way. And I always ask people like, what's your way of praying? Do you do it where it's out loud? Do you do it before you go to sleep? Do you write it, or you kind of just pray whenever you feel like praying and whenever it feels right?
Yeah, I pray whenever I feel like praying, whenever it feels right. Like I don't really stick to like a time of day or a specific routine. Sometimes if I have goals and like my brain is cluttered with so much shit that I can't even clearly see what my goals are anymore, I write them down. And, that way I'm able to kind of like look back at it. But like, as far as like prayer and everything, yeah, there's no specific routine. If I'm feeling confused about something, I pray. If I'm feeling lonely, I pray. If I'm feeling nervous or anxious, I pray. And it don't got to be long on no pastor stuff, but like, I just be like, God, continue to give me confidence.
Amen. Well, okay. So the next I want to talk to you about, sorry, there's construction going on in my building.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's loud as hell. So I wanted to ask, okay, so I love that you are so aware of yourself and not afraid to be yourself. So how would you describe yourself and your style, especially within the music industry and even just as a person?
I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I
Have
have
you
no idea.
have you seen anybody, like, as far as like fans or the media, describe you? Because I've seen stuff where it's like pop,
Oh yeah.
or like, which one was your favorite, and then which one were you like, that's not even close at all?
Pop punk princess, rap rock, rap rocker, goth babe. I don't know. There's so many different labels. I mean, like labels are labels. I mean, I don't really pay that much attention to them. None of them like make me feel special or make me feel bad.
Hmm.
They're just, I feel like that's just like a description of me. Like a lot of times when it's like, or, something written about me, I feel like that's probably just a description of how I acted that day or how I was that day. And if that's how they get it, then that's how they get it. I fuck with it. I think my style is me. I don't know. Like I'm just me. I'm
No,
just
that's the
myself.
perfect answer. Where that's why I liked it, because usually people are always boxed into one thing. If it's like, oh, just a rapper, oh, just a singer. So that's why I wanted to ask you, because it's like it seems like you can't put Rico Nasty in one box. It's everything, and it's you. It's unapologetically you. So I really respect that. So debut album Nightmare Vacation. So let's hear the story behind the album title.
I was in Mexico and I was in the bed and I was on Netflix and there was a genre category called Nightmare Vacation. And in the category, it was just people who had taken wrong turns or got stranded on a crazy vacation, cabin in the woods type shit. And I was just like, you know what? That's my life, literally. Like, I think I'm going somewhere and it's all fucking great and dandy, and then boom, everybody's fucking dead and won't even know what to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not as drastic as that, but I was just like, wow, like it sounded so dramatic. Nightmare Vacation, Nightmare Vacation. I kept saying it. I wrote it down and I was like, okay, that's the name of the album, like, period. And I never looked back from that. Like, obviously, my life has been a nightmare vacation, not necessarily the genre, but those two words put together, like, good and bad, great experiences and ones that I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy, and that's why I chose it, because it's my album. It's supposed to be a representation of my life thus far, and I feel like I've gone through so many great things and so many bad things that I feel like I'm equal. It's equal.
Got it. Oh, what are you most excited about with this debut album, and what do you think fans can expect from it?
Um, I'm really excited to hear, obviously, what their favorite song is, because a lot of my fans had thought that the track list had certain songs on it that doesn't, and now they're kind of getting a bunch of new songs. So I really hope that they enjoy the new songs. And yeah, I'm just excited to see the reactions and just overall, whether it's good, bad, I don't care. Like,
I think it's going to be great. I didn't even know Netflix had a genre like that. And all I do is watch Netflix, especially during this time. So do you have a recommendation in the Nightmare Vacation genre that we should be watching after we listen to your album and we have free time?
No, because I had like passed to the genre and there was nothing that I would watch in there besides like Cabin in the Woods. But I feel like everybody's already seen that. Yeah. So nothing too crazy in there. That's why I made it mine, because I was like, fuck. My Nightmare Vacation's way better than this.
Absolutely. Okay, so there's a few more things to bring up, and then we'll be done. So I wanted to talk about the Oh For Real and how it had 35 million TikTok submissions. One, did you expect it to become viral on TikTok? And two, how long were you scrolling through TikTok to find like the best challenges for that? Because TikTok is addicting. So I couldn't imagine if it was my own song and then people were doing it.
I mean, well, I kind of just... I have no idea. I caught it early, like I hate when people like act like they can't see shit, especially during the pandemic, because like all we're doing is on our phones. So it was just like 2 days where I didn't really have anything to do. So I just kept posting Oh For Real. And I'm new to TikTok too. So I had like probably 500K, but I wasn't following nobody. And I wanted to see who my fans were. And what better way than to tell them, use this sound and I'll follow you. And then I got to see my fans, and the coolest ones got followed, or the ones who did the most to get noticed got followed. And it was just really natural. Like, they really liked the song, and like they're just so dedicated. I don't even know what else to say, bro. Like, I couldn't ask for better fans.
Yeah. Is there a TikTok challenge that you wanted to try, you wanted to do, and then you just ended up not sharing it? Because those are hard, like all of those challenges.
Yeah, the fucking Corvette challenge, the one that's out right now.
Oh, when they're like out, is that the one?
Nah, it's like dun 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 dun, bitch, Corvette, hop in the motherfucking jet like jet. I don't even know.
It looked like you did it. I haven't seen that one. I'm going to now.
You saw it? Yeah, I saw it. I put it in there. I knocked it down. Okay. This is busted in here. All right.
Okay. Well, we're almost done. So a few more things. Outside of being an artist, you're also an entrepreneur. So you had a new makeup collab, and then you also just announced your China market collab. What's another business venture that you want to get into in the future?
I definitely want to get into shoes. That's really something that I'm super passionate about right now. Also, my stuff with El Maquillage was like kind of like the beginning of our relationship, so we can look forward to more makeup products. I wouldn't say eyeshadows, but maybe other things. But definitely shoes. I love shoes. I love a big platform sneaker, and I just feel like that's kind of like the next lane that I'm going in. But also my merch is like doing super well right now. And also, this is also something that we can talk about, is my Chris Abana collab that is coming out. Chris Abana makes jewelry. She actually has put jewelry on like the best of the best. Honestly, if you look her up, you know who she is. Her pieces crazy. And we did a collab for my album. We got like an ear cuff, we got nose rings and lip rings and necklaces and all types of crazy shit for my fans. But yeah, jewelry is something I'm big on. Shoes though. Shoes.
If you were to create your own shoe, what would it be and what would the color? You said you like a big platform and also a sneaker. So what color would the Rico Nasty shoe be? And
I definitely wouldn't. I don't want to give it away because I feel like I changed my mind a lot. Like, if you would have asked me about El Maquillage or what my makeup would look like, if you can find me talking about it, it's probably completely different from what actually came out. So I don't want to give any expectations, but like I said, I love a chunky heel. I love a platform sneaker, not anything super exaggerated, but I did walk for Gypsy Sport. I love Gypsy Sport shoes. I love Demonia boots. Yeah, so shit like that, you know. Obviously the creepers, you know, just some weird shit. Some shit that's gonna make people turn heads.
Oh, I'm excited to see it. So the last thing I want to talk to you about was actually the game you created. Would you leave him? And that shit. Okay, first I have to bring it back because I don't know if there was a correlation with it, but the video of you that went viral where you were like, I'm gonna be stupid in private, mind your business, bitch. It was so funny because it's so relatable. And then when I saw you had the game, I was mad I couldn't get the game before this interview because I had just learned it recently. So I want to talk to you about that. And there's so much to talk about with it. So first
Okay.
game. So for those who, if they don't know, it's a game that you can play with your friends. And it has these different scenarios to see if you would leave your man. And then if you do, if you would, you have to take a shot, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I only could see the preview of the card. So I wanted to, well, one, ask.
The card queen. So then there's also, okay, so there's a card queen. And the card queen is the person who, you know, kind of like orchestrates the whole thing or starts it off. And the card queen is the person who had sex most recently.
Okay.
So you start the shit off and it kind of just goes from there. The person who ends up with the most cards. Wait, how do we do this again? Because it's so hard to remember how to play. Let me tell you why. I have a perfect reason why. It's so hard to remember how to play because it gets you so fucked up. Literally, because it's like, would you leave him, right? And you have to drink if you wouldn't leave him.
Oh,
if you would put up,
okay.
yes, if you would put up with that bullshit, then you have to drink. So wind up getting like super fucked up because there's certain questions that like I'm not leaving him over that. Like he brings my car back on E. He probably, you know what I'm saying? Like certain questions, but it's a debate. And your friends also, if they wouldn't leave him, they got to drink too. Or if you know that bitch did not leave him when he did that, you know she got to drink.
Exactly. So that's why it's hard because it's like, and that's what I want to talk to you about because the video that went viral, like I said, so relatable. And it was so funny because you said it with so much passion. I'm like, man, I bet anyone who tried to call her out or talk shit is doing the same thing because it's like, we all do it. Like we all always go back. So I wanted to ask you for the game, what were some big red flags in relationships that you didn't ignore before and now you do, or maybe you don't anymore, but it's like, what's your biggest red flags in relationships?
Clinginess.
Clinginess. Okay.
Yeah.
And then as far as for the games, was there, like when you created this, what made you want to create it? And then even with the rules, you said the person who is the card queen is whoever had sex last. So like, what made you want to do that?
Honestly, me and my best friends kind of came up with it, but like me and my boyfriend really came up with it. Honestly, like there's Would You Leave Her coming out soon for the guys, but it's just, you know what I'm saying? We were just sitting in the bed, like thinking of reasons of like what pisses you off as a female. What would piss you off? What would make you walk the fuck out? I'm gone. I'm leaving. I hate you. I don't want to see you again. And kind of like brought those things to life. But I feel like everybody's red flags are different because everybody has different personalities. But mine is definitely clinginess. I don't like that.
So before I go, the ones that I did see in the game, I'm going to buy it because very, very funny to play. Obviously, you created the game and you played it, but I'm going to ask you the ones that I could see just because I want to either know the story behind it because you had to have come up with that because it either like happened to you or it was funny. And I would just love to hear if you would leave him, like if, you know, based off of these questions. So the first one, he lies to you about having his own things, a house, car, or a job. Would you?
I feel like that's happened to everybody in high school.
In high school, yeah.
But he lied about like that's his mom's car.
Yep.
You know, or like some weird shit like that, or lied about like an outfit or something. You know, people lie all the time. A lot of these cards were like I said, me and my friends and me and my boyfriend just blurting shit out of. So it's everybody's experiences, not just mine. So okay, keep going.
No, I think it's great though. So would you leave him if he was lying about that, having his own things?
In high school, probably not because I don't have shit either. But now, hell yeah, I'm going.
Okay, there's only 3 more. He took you to a place he used to take his ex. Would you leave him?
Oh my God. Yeah, I would. I'm conflicted. I'm from the DMV, so it's really small here. There's only but so many places you can go. Everybody kind of like knows where everything is, so I wouldn't necessarily be mad, but like if you're intentionally trying to make this our spot and I find out that you was thinking of bitches here, that's a problem. So I would leave him.
It's like, do they just outright admit it? But I'm sure that people have. It's like, oh yeah, this was my spot with my friend or whatever bullshit. Like,
Or you just find it like, girl, you know, we got insights on Instagram. You know, you could go on Instagram. You can get on your nigga Instagram on his phone and you can look at what his last year's was looking like or who he was with. So you're gonna be scrolling for a while, but you can look. It's there.
find it for sure. Okay.
Right in the stories.
He's constantly making you late to important events and doesn't apologize.
I'm leaving. I'm a very busy person. I'm leaving.
Okay, last one. Your close friends say he's no good. Would you leave him?
I'm not leaving.
And then on that note, do you have your group of friends? Because I'd have it where it's like you have your group of friends where it's like some of them can know like that you're back, but then the other ones you just completely keep it all the way away from.
I don't have that many friends. Like
I don't either. I have like 4, but still.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of just like if they know, they know. You know, we be off and on. I don't know, but I feel like you know we're too grown for you to be trying to tell me who to date. If you don't like my man, then you don't like my man. But if you saw my man with so and so and so and so and so and so, then we good, bitch. You told me he's out the picture. I'm leaving.
Okay. I made up my own just because I wanted to hear your take on it. He likes other women's pictures on Instagram. Would you leave him?
I feel like if I'm on my period, I'm gonna leave him because I'm like hella insecure and sensitive. But sometimes I can be a little bi. So if you like her and she looks good, I'm with it. But if you're liking an ugly ass bitch, I'm about to be like, bro, what are you doing? Was you drunk? Fuck you playing? This a joke? You pranking me? Like, what's the vibes? Don't play with me like that.
Okay.
Let me see. Come here. Come here. Give it to me. Oh my God. Why did you do this, Cam?
Spider-Man do him shoes now.
Okay. He got makeup on his Spider-Man. Leave it alone.
It's okay.
Okay.
I need to go away because it's like ignoring me. It's like making me mad.
Okay, Cam. Can you be quiet real quick?
I don't know what to do with
Can you be quiet real quick, please?
Mommy. I don't know
It's
what
not
to
funny.
do.
I'm about to wipe it off for you. Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. And you always
Okay. I have 2 last ones. They'll be really quick. Okay. He either blows up your phone or you blow up his phone and he blocks you. Would you leave him
I'm leaving.
if he blocks you?
Why the fuck did you block me? You don't like me? You blocked me? Really? You blocked me? I've never been blocked by a nigga before.
I have.
Bitch, I'm showing up at your house. Give me a phone. Give me a phone. What? No, I'm the blocker. I'm definitely the blocker. So
You're the blocker.
and I don't even get into argument. Like the minute somebody says some shit I don't like, I block them, and they don't even know. They just think I got a different phone.
You don't get the like no caller ID call after because I block people too, and then I get the no caller ID, and I'm like, oh wait.
If there's no caller ID, then there's no answer from me. Period. No.